Political talk show, Power to the People Political Hour.
Hello, this is Trey Daniels from the Daniels Group. Yes, Claude, the show will be hard-hitting and informative, talking about national and local political issues of the day, week, and month. Interviews will be with pastors, community leaders, elected officials, and political operatives. You know, Claude, a part of our responsibility is informing the citizenry and give them power to the people.
That's right, Trey. We're asking that you listen in on 1140 AM, 92.3, or streaming on KYOKradio.org, Thursdays at 10 a.m. Give people what they want.
You're listening to the lunch break on KYOK.
Your shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the hosts, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house!
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house.
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from him. He's a man. They can be a kid just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's more out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
No, this game is not over. In fact, it's really just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live, KYOKradio.org, and on Facebook and YouTube. And I got news for you, man. There is a lot, and I do mean a lot going on in the world of sports. And we're going to talk about most of it today. It is Talk Your Team Tuesday. If you got a favorite team, whether you're happy, sad, glad, or mad, I need to hear from you today. Todd Malcolm, Keith Hennig, Longhorn Keith, Ferdinand, Charlotte. We got to hear from you today, especially folks who are Patriot fans. I got to talk about your guy, Mac Jones. And I have something I want to humbly submit unto you for those who are just staunchly defending Mac Jones. Got to talk about Aaron Rodgers today. Got to do it. Don't have a choice. I have to talk about Aaron Rodgers today. Got to talk about what a great game it was last night. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears. And don't look now, everybody who buried Pittsburgh, they are right behind the Baltimore Ravens in the standings, and they're ahead of Cleveland. So, everybody had New England going to the Super Bowl. It's not over. It's not a wrap on either side, but Pittsburgh is just right there in the middle of it. And once again, Mike Tomlin finds a way to win with more stuff that people would not even deal with than most. So we'll talk about that. We got to get to this Deion Sanders and TCU thing. That's starting to heat up a little bit. got to talk about the SWAC. I got power rankings to give you today for the NFL, the SWAC, the MEAC, all of that. And I got to give you this week's winner in the Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. It was a tough week for everybody. And we got a winner. It did go down to a tiebreaker again. But let me just say this. The majority of the folks were under 500 this week. The majority of the folks. In fact, honorable mention will be shorter than it's ever been. What a week. What a week. So if you want to get in, you want to talk about your team, you want to talk about your player, you want to talk about your coach, or you want to talk about something, sports related. Let's talk about it. 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. You cannot curse. You can't threaten anybody. You can't be rude, can't be disrespectful. All you got to do is call, speak your piece, and let's go from there. I think I give more time than most. So, if you want to talk, you want to dialogue, let's get it in. And then if you want to text your comment in, most folks do that because they're at work, on the job. That number, 832-403-5005. 832-403-5005. AJ, why don't y'all have one of those 5-digit text numbers if y'all are a legit station? Let me just say something. We are legit. Been around since the early 60s, so it don't get more legit than that. In fact, we gave Hammer the term too legit to quit. That's why we are the legendary KYOK. You ain't been around since the 60s, holla at me later. And then you can email aj@kyoksports.com, aj@kyoksports.com. We will read your text messages. We will read your emails. If you post it up on social media, on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, we'll read your comments there. All right? All right. So that's the lineup. That's what we've got. I'm going to take a break. And when I come back, can I go ahead and get Aaron Rodgers and Mac Jones out of the way? Can I go ahead and get them out of the way? Look, my youngest son is calling. I'm going to answer him. My youngest son is calling me. Son, I'm on the radio trying to be great, trying to win our Marconi Award. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm not doing good. I want blood. I want Jokic's blood, man.
Oh, no, man. Listen, do me a favor. Call me on the phone line. This is my 6'8" son, so he knows a little bit about basketball. Son, write this number down. Call me. I want to hear your thoughts about Jokic and Morris. I didn't even announce that I want to talk about that. So that number, you ready?
Okay, I'll put it in.
All right, here you go.
Okay.
This is my youngest son, and before you come for him, you got to go through Papa Bear. 281-453-1000. 281-453-1000. I got to take like 3 commercials, and then I'll be ready for you. So call me.
Okay.
All right. So my son's going to call me. We're going to talk about Jokic and Morris. And, I saw Richard Jefferson's, if you don't do this, then this won't happen. And if you don't do that, then that won't happen. And whatever you do, you never do this. I ain't hating on nobody. Anybody can post what they want to post. Anybody can say what they want to say. Anybody can write what they want to write. I'm not tripping on that no more. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me take this break, and then we'll be right back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. It's the lunch break.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Radio stations in one.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. That's 800-253-1892.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK, 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there.
In need of tires? Check out OMG Tire Services and more. New and used tires, all the name brands you desire, located at 3126 Tidwell between 59 North and Jensen. Give them a call at 832-767-3211. Top-notch service from beginning to end. When you're done, get your car hand washed inside and out at OMG Tire Services and more, located at 3126 Tidwell between 59 North and Jensen. Call 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211, conveniently located on the north side.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So
All right,
Christian
son,
Me
next
Show.
one, here we
Join me
come.
Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
This is Whitney, and you're listening to The Lunch Break on KYOK.
All right, y'all. We're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live, KYOKradio.org. I'm AJ Jones, and I got to go to the phone line because my seed is standing by. Andrew, what's going on, son?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about you? You're live on the legendary KYOK. This station's been around since 1960-something.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
I know.
That's older
Listen,
than you, isn't it?
No, it was before I was born. Please, don't be trying to
you.
out me on the show. All right, so son, you said you wanted to talk about the Joker and Morris. I saw the clip. Joke was trying to bring it up, point guard style, 7 feet, and Morris wanted to slow him down, bumped him really hard, then kind of did that same kind of Markieff Morris walk-off, and Joker pushed him in his back down to the ground. What do you want to say about that?
He bull rushed him with his shoulder first. I think the athletics at best. That would be an injection in football. That would be an injection in football. That neck head area, completely uncalled for. And that type of foul, we see that foul on guys like LeBron. Basically, that's the foul that you give on big ball handlers. So, of course, I was watching the game. I'm a diehard Miami Heat fan, full disclosure. So, I was watching the game. It really stemmed from right before there was a hard foul. They changed the foul rules. So there was a really hard foul. He laid down both arms on Bam, no call. Takes the ball, rushing up court, fast break. It was going to be a take foul. It had to be a take foul. Morris ends up running into him, walks off. Like you said. I think there's a deeper thing to it. You have to remember Morris and Dwight Howard punked him back in the bubble. And that was when he first really got exposed. And he burst onto the scene, got those 2 big series wins, and then got exposed by the corpse of Dwight Howard and Markieff Morris. So I think there's just a lot of animosity there.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry. Listen, I got my program director in here taking care of some business. So, I love you, son, but I got to talk to the PD. That's where the money comes from. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, so I get it. They had a little history, but back in that immediate situation when Morris hard fouled, we'll call it. We'll give it a hard foul? I know you probably think it was a light touch, and that should have been it.
It was a hard foul.
Being the Heat fan that you are. Being the Heat fan that you are.
Yes.
So
the refs even said it was just going to be a hard foul of a common foul if it wasn't for the reaction. The reaction, they said, is why they upgraded the foul. Because Spo even talked about it, and the refs talked about it after the game. They got elevated from a hard foul to a flagrant foul, kind of to reduce the tension in the game.
Okay, all right. So then does that further explain why Joker responded the way he did? Because in his mind, it wasn't just a hard foul. It was, yo, we got to throw these hands for a minute.
It was that, but this was, to him, he was standing up against his bully. He thought he was standing up against his bully. And he made something very violent, had a very violent act, completely uncalled for. If you really, Spo said it best. Because Spo was the only person made available to the media after the game. He said, if you want to do that, wait until he's looking at you. See, he said it would have been very different and a lot uglier if he waited until Keith was looking at him to try some crap like that.
Okay, I can relate with that. Here's my thing. And I'm not a diehard Heat fan. I'm definitely not a diehard fan of the other team. So if you're gonna hard foul me, you don't get to dictate what my response is. Some people jump up, go to the line, shoot their freebies, and talk nonsense from there. But every now and then, your action will cause a reaction different than what you were expecting. And to use a Game of Thrones analogy, Joker chose violence. And when Joker chose violence, it was just like the hard foul that Morris put on Joker. Now you got to make a decision. And Morris decided to lay there and writhe in pain like life was leaving his body.
I don't think that was a flop. Like, when you look at the replay, you see how his neck snapped back.
Is he okay today? Is he on life support? Did they put a neck brace on him?
He's probably going to be a concussion protocol.
I doubt if he's going to be a concussion protocol. We got a thing on this show that if I'm wrong, I'll send you an Arizona iced tea. You just tell me your favorite flavor, and I'll cash app you $1.99 so that you can get an Arizona iced tea. I doubt that he will be in the concussion protocol. If he is not, I need $1.99 in my Cash App account because you were wrong.
I just genuinely don't. I mean, it was definitely.
Wait. We gotta settle on these Arizona iced teas first, because you made a strong statement that this dude is going to be in the concussion protocol, and I'm thinking I got me an Arizona iced tea on the way. So what say you?
I don't mind if you end up getting an Arizona iced tea out of it, but I could just as easily. I mean, he definitely. They're going to have to give him a concussion test after that, just because of the area that the hit was. I mean, it doesn't matter how big you are. If you saw he hit him in that area, like in the center of his back, like right next to the neck. Just regardless, anyone that gets hit there, it's hard to respond when you get hit there just from the immediate reaction it does to your body.
I think I feel like life just came back at him real quick. I feel like he made a decision. I'm going to hard foul Joker. Joker's big. I don't want to just touch foul him, and then they don't call nothing, and he's dribbling down the court, and he does one of those George Gervin finger rolls in my face. So he decided to hard foul him, turned around, walked it off, and like I said, behind his back, Joker chose violence, knocked him down, and then he went into Academy Award mode.
I don't think that was Academy Award mode.
I know you don't, but that doesn't mean it wasn't.
You can just tell by how his body reacts, like how his body snaps.
All right, let me
Like,
ask you this. And we got my youngest son joining us on the show. Rare occasion. This is priceless. Somebody record this. Andrew is joining us here on Talk Your Team Tuesday. He's a big Miami Heat fan, and Joker checked their man card last night after a hard foul. What did they do with Morris after the foul? Did they cart him off? Did they take him to the nearest medical center? What did they do with him after the game?
No, but you're right. He did manage to make it back to the locker room, and then they had to do that. Anytime you get hit in that area, it's a standard protocol.
Did they roll him out? Did he walk out? How did he get out?
He did walk out, yeah.
Did he make it back into the game? What's the update?
He didn't make it back into the game.
He didn't come back to the. Let me do a quick update.
He didn't.
I know.
So I'll give you this, right? So the Heat did show up in the Nuggets locker room after that. And if you look at the picture that the press took of the Heat trying to make into the locker room, he wasn't. They didn't show him there. And you know as well as I do. You can check Keith's history. You can check Keith's legal history to say that if there's someone who was showing up, if the rest of the team was showing up, Keith would have shown up.
All right, so again, showing up at the locker room door, I'm not calling it vibrato. We've had people here on the Rockets do that. It's documented and all that. I mean, there are people in the league that you don't want to mess with. They'll follow you home and all that kind of stuff.
I know everyone talks about how Joker's from Serbia and how his two older brothers who were right there courtside are gangsters. It's widely reported that, Joker's not really that type of, he's the type of guy who might try and take you out back. And have you disappear.
All right, so we ain't talking about making people disappear. I do have an update, and there is some concern about a possible neck injury with Marquise Morris. So I will give you that. All right, so I'll back off on maybe he wasn't as hurt as I thought he was, because apparently there are some concerns about his neck area.
Joker did you hear Joker, the media after the fact, and talk about it?
What did he say?
He said two things. One, he said it was a hard foul.
Yeah.
He said that had he not reacted the way he did to the foul,
it
probably would have just been considered a common foul. He said he was upset. He retaliated. He felt like he needed to protect himself. But he said what he did was stupid. And he said that he felt really bad when he looked at the replay and saw specifically how Morris's neck snapped back after the following how he hit him.
Yeah, no, and I'm glad that he had that kind of response. And again, I stand corrected because there is some medical concern about Morris's neck. So I will be communicating with this person to continue to get updates on Markieff Morris. That being said, no, I definitely don't want to ever see anybody get hurt like that. But I do stand by, sometimes you don't get the reaction back to your action that you're looking for. Sometimes it's more than what you're looking for. Sometimes it happens faster than you expected. Sometimes you're expecting nothing and you get plenty of something. And,
Yeah. If there's a way of doing it, there's your man card involved, your manhood. You're not gonna at work. If someone does something that really bothers you, you're gonna tell them about it.
Right.
You're not gonna just hit them while they're not looking.
Right.
Well, the honor in that.
And again, you don't always get to control the response. I agree that there should be some.
We're just talking about Joker as a man, his manhood.
Well, I don't do manhoods. Just so you know, I don't do manhoods. I don't get to dictate who's a man, who's not a man, who's a real man, who's got their manhood, what have you.
I'm just saying there's a certain honor code or chivalry.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. And we'll state that for the record. What I'm saying is Morris made a decision, Joker made a responsive decision, and has admitted that his decision or response was too much, and he feels bad about it. That being said,
my guess is he intentionally didn't try and add more to the play because he didn't want it to, if he like stares him down or does anything more than just look away as soon as the foul's over, he can only do two things. He could only either look away or he could try and help him up. Those are the only two things he could do where people wouldn't say, oh, Markieff Morris is trying to instigate. He's one of those players where, he's under a lot of scrutiny. So, I don't necessarily take it away from him for trying to look away, not escalate the situation.
Yeah, no,
anyone, Markieff fights people. Markieff has gotten in fights outside of the league while he was an NBA player. That's what got him sent out of Phoenix.
I'm listening. I get it. I get it. It's an unfortunate incident. I hope that Morris is okay. I hope the league cleans it up. I believe that there's some suspension of some form coming down the line for definitely Joker, if not both of them, because the league don't want that to get out of hand.
I think the league, and this is probably the best way to put it, right? So the league allowing more hard fouls. This is one of those things that starts coming when you, as a league, allow more hard fouls. They started by a non-call before, there's so many fouls involved where they're harder and harder. You're going to start seeing more things like this because the league's what they consider a foul isn't the same as what was considered a foul a year ago.
And again, I get that. I come from an era where this is like lightweight. This is like what are y'all upset about?
But the thing is, these players didn't grow up with that version of the NBA. They have to adjust to it,
and they got to adjust to it. That's the part I was looking for. All right, listen. Let me move off of this for a second. I know you're not a New England Patriot fan. But what did you think about the play with Mac Jones on the defensive player where he grabbed his ankle and then wrapped his other leg up with his feet to stop him from recovering the strip sack? Clean play, dirty play. I'm not sure what kind of play.
I have to fully see the replay. I've been seeing the articles about it.
Yeah, I got very detailed look on it, and let me say this. I'll use you an example, and I got to run. So New England fans, want to make this about people are mad that New England is back. Last I checked, New England is what 5-4. So if this is what they call being back, then have at it. And then they love Mac Jones so much, they think he's the next best thing since Tom Brady. Baby, if you want to believe in Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny, you go right ahead. But here's the thing. No matter how much you love Mac Jones, it doesn't mean he can't ever make a bonehead play. And just because he grabbed the guy's leg to stop him from getting the strip sack, and there's question about whether he twisted the ankle or if the player twisted the ankle to try and get away from him. The player did get hurt on the play. And if he didn't have enough compassion to say, I hate that he got hurt, what I was trying to do with this, I hate the way I did it, and have some kind of compassion for him, then I put him in the same category with Mason Rudolph. Now you can understand why Mason Rudolph got brained, because the league does not do enough to punish quarterbacks like they do other people that hit quarterbacks. Mac Jones can still be a good guy who made a bad play. And that's what I feel like this is. I feel like Mac Jones was wrong in the way he went about the play. At some point, you let the person go so they don't get hurt. Whether Mac twisted him or the player himself twisted to get away, at some point, you got to have sense enough to let go. And if you don't, then you got to deal with the repercussions of your behavior, because somebody is going to decide they don't like it, and baby, they're going to come real hard and take that 15-yard penalty, and I don't blame them. if the league isn't going to do anything, ain't going to say anything, and Mac Jones is not going to have any compassion, then what happens after this, I can't be mad about.
Yeah. What I would have told Mac Jones is, look, you don't give defensive ends, defensive linemen bulletin board material. You know, it's the same thing I said when Drew Brees made his comments earlier before last season. You know, that's how you end up out for the season. Because these guys, they can't hit you too hard, but they get free shots at you every now and then. You know, that's one of those things where you handle it with grace. You're like, hey, you know, that wasn't mine. Exactly. Joker probably showed the best example of it. You know, same thing. You know, sorry he got hurt. My mentality. You know, I don't want anyone to get hurt. I'm not a dirty player. I mean, you can even say about the Marquise brothers. If ever they've never came out and all the plays that they've had under scrutiny, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I honor the game to Patrick Beverly. You know, the difference between you have to show remorse, and this is still a league. It's a brotherhood. At the end of the day, no matter what team you're on, what position you play, it's a brotherhood. You don't want to take someone else's livelihood away from them.
Yeah, and that's all I'm saying. And I have not seen anywhere where Mac Jones has had that kind of remorse. And for the people defending Mac, just know that every now and then a good person can do a bad thing. And if there's no remorse and you just want to defend it with Patriot Nation and everybody's glad we're back, don't say nothing. Have that same energy when somebody makes the most of their opportunity to hit Mac Jones in a 48-minute game. Just have that same energy because, oh, yeah, by the way, both sides get to play tackle football against the New England Patriots. So just saying that. Son, I got to get ready to take a break, but tell everybody where they can follow you on social media, where they can keep up with the stuff you're doing. You were the one that turned me on to Twitch. I know you probably don't remember telling me about Twitch, but I'm finally broadcasting live on Twitch.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so I'm a Twitch streamer. You can find me on twitch.tv/ShootManiaAndy. I'm a retired pro gamer. I also a retired pro gaming coach. I can offer some interesting insights and things on how to really get your career where it goes. I have several people who play right now who are housed in Atlanta and play video games for a living. I used to coach back when they were younger. So again, that's twitch.tv/shoot, SHOOT, Mania, MANIA, Andy, ANDY. I'm also on Twitter, on Andrew Can Do All, those platforms.
Well, son, I appreciate you.
On my tech insights, you can find me on Andrew Jones Dev. I'm also a big tech guy and talk about a lot of future technologies. If you're interested in where the world's going.
Man, I love it. I'm going to have you on one Friday when we talk nothing to do with sports, and you just take a deep dive on us and some of this technology and all this kind of stuff, because I'm fascinated by it.
Mm-hmm. I have to get you into the metaverse. That's where I do a lot of my research these days, on the metaverse.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, let me go find my goggles and an air tank, and I'll dive in there with you.
You know, I've got several all around me right now. I think I can count like 4.
Wow. Wow. All right, son, I got to get ready to roll. You be safe out there. I love you much, all right? We'll talk later.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Hey, listen, that's my youngest son. He's brilliant. I think my IQ is like 1 point higher than his, though. I can say that now that I'm hanging up on him. But anyway, let me take a break, and we'll be right back with more right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind on paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best. Deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more.
800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. That's 800-603-9359.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's AJ Jones with the lunch break on the legendary KYOK AM 1140 and 92.3 FM. It's that time of year when we are reminded of all the things we should be thankful for and that it's more blessed to give than to receive. So with that in mind, on Wednesdays from now through Christmas, we'll give you a chance to win a gift certificate from Butterball. That's right, you can win a gift certificate for a Butterball turkey on Wednesdays on the lunch break between 12 and 2. Just be the right caller and your Butterball turkey will be on us at the legendary KYOK AM 1140 and 92.3.
Well, I hope you are enjoying your weekend. Hey, everybody, it's Erica Campbell.
And I'm Griff from Get Up Mornings.
We want to thank you so much for rocking with us every weekday morning.
And after you enjoy your weekend, make sure you start your work week with us.
When you start your day with us, we'll help you get moving and motivated to have the best day ever. Go ahead, say it, Griff.
Best day ever!
So wake up with us. We'll be faith walking,
Love talking,
and joy living on Get Up Mornings.
You're listening to
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
Do you have high blood pressure or diabetes? Are you over the age of 65 and covered by Medicare? Then pay close attention to this message. Medicare has introduced some new benefits to help consumers during these cautious COVID-19 times. They realize many of you don't want to leave your home to visit a doctor. So now you can get a remote patient monitoring device shipped to your home at little or no cost to you. Now your doctor can identify your problems in real time, which could potentially save your life. Victory Medical can easily ship this monitoring device directly to your home at little or no cost to you. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes and you're covered by Medicare, make this free call right now to see if you qualify for a new remote patient monitoring device. Call now.
800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527.
Boy Trayvon Boykin, you listening to the lunch break.
T-Boy or Trayvon Boy. He changes his name. T-Bone, T-Boy, whole bunch of different things. But big shout out to him on the lunch break. All right, so let me go to the phone line, and then I'm going to finish off Aaron Rodgers and Mac Jones after this call. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
It's Longhorn Keith, man. First of all, let me just say this. Whose kid did you kidnap?
Now, that's
make him call in to say that was your kid.
Yeah, that's my youngest son. He's 6'8". He's about to be 28 years old. And yeah, man, that's him.
AJ.
Yeah.
That kid is brilliant.
Yeah, he is.
So, well, I guess I won't ask where he get his smarts from. So,
well, now we haven't taken one recently, but my IQ is like 2 points higher than his, and it kills him. It just wears him out. I get a whole bunch of buts after that.
You know, the part that got me was when he said he's a retired gamer.
Yeah.
I said, what have I been doing with my entire life?
Bro, our parents lied to us, man. You ain't gonna make no money playing them video games. And you got 14-year-olds out there making $100,000 playing video games. So, you know.
That's for real. That's for real, AJ.
I know.
I've seen that.
I know. But look, with sponsors.
Yes. Man, that's crazy, bro. That is.
Yeah, I'm real proud of it, man. That young man right there has made me so. First of all my children make me proud, but that one right there has been exceptional.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. And I could hear it in your voice, man. That was a great conversation to listen to.
Appreciate that.
Well, I want to finish up my thoughts where I was yesterday in regards to the Longhorns. Not to beat on any particular, not to beat on my team, but I just definitely want to highlight my concerns for the team. So yesterday, Todd and I went back and forth because, well, not back and forth, but he announced, one of the wide receivers, Joshua Moore, announced that he was leaving the team. He was going to the transfer portal. And I said, it was just made official today or yesterday that the guy Ben quit on the team. And he quit on the team because I felt like, and this is just my personal opinion, that the kid didn't come to play and his mind wasn't ready for the game. And I'm using him as an example, not to call him out, but just to say there are a bunch of kids. And right before that Iowa State game, there was Breece Hall, the wide receiver from Iowa State, made the comment that there is a culture of five-star players, and then there is an ideal or this concept of five-star players, and I'm paraphrasing him, but basically to say that people come into an organization, quote unquote, as 5- and 4-star, highly recruited players, but yet they fall short on living up to the expectation because they're in an environment that does not produce and or hold them accountable. And Steve Sarkisian had his annual or his weekly press conference yesterday, and he made this statement that blew me away, and it just spoke to the culture at Texas, probably more than anything I've ever heard a coach say. He said yesterday that we have to tell our players that we care for them, although we're player coaches, when we hold them accountable to get results. We're not fussing. We're just basically holding them accountable because we all have this job to do. And I'm paraphrasing his statement. But when I heard that, AJ, tell me, what do you take from that when you hear that?
It's kind of a mixed bag, if you will. You got some folks that, quote unquote, we're trying to hold you accountable, and you got some folks that feel some kind of way about it. Since my son just called, I'll use it as an example. I cannot respond to all of my children the exact same way.
Of course.
If I raise my voice, that one right there that we just heard from, he'll shut down. He's done. You can forget it. I ain't listening. I'm not moved by it. You just gonna have to, do whatever you're gonna do. The oldest one will get to moving and try and get everybody else moving. I say that to say, coaches have to realize that you cannot manage everyone the same way. And just because you've got a collection of 90, 110 players, whatever, you get paid millions of dollars to be able to manage each player the way that they need to be managed. Everybody wants to talk about the players and they got to do this, they got to do that, they got to do that. I put more responsibility on the adult in the room. You got to find a way to and if you can't reach them, then don't hold them back. Let them go on and move on and go about their business, whatever, because not everyone can handle your message the way that you give it. And maybe that sounds soft to some and whatever to others, but communication doesn't have to be as hard as we make it.
I 100% agree. I 100% agree. And let me just add to that. Part of the issue that I feel is at the crux of Texas' inability to be successful at this point. Again, I want to reiterate, I am giving Steve Sarkisian the full 3 years to get his types of players in there and to coach them up. So I am not saying...
Wait, real quick, forget 3 years. I want the Scott Frost plan. Whatever he got,
yes!
I want that much. Because God dog is Scott Frost got a great-great-granddaddy somewhere. He got not just a granddaddy, he got a great-great-granddaddy somewhere that got some juice because they are afraid to fire him. So from now on, when I go into a job interview or in the contract negotiation, I want the Scott Frost contract. What is that? The one that gives me years I don't even deserve.
Listen, bro. Here's the funny thing about that, though. I laughed and I thought about this. It's funny you bring that up because there's probably only a few college football cultures that can identify with what is going on with Texas in terms of boosters and fan base and that kind of deal. Nebraska, to be honest with you, probably the most loyal fan base of any fan base in the country. However, they also will hold their teams and coaches and president and athletic director accountable. But they will still be at every doggone game. Even the spring games they sell out for the most part. And I think that they kind of got an understanding that, look, we can go out and try to find the next hottest thing, but they don't understand the culture here. So we might as well stick with the guy who we know understands the culture, but then also we feel like giving him a couple more years and we'll turn it around. I don't agree, but certainly I can understand why they may say we can't switch it up just yet. But at Texas, I give Steve Sarkisian the full 3 years, he and his coaching staff, to figure out what players they need. And this has been my biggest problem with him from the very beginning. If you knew, now granted, you didn't know what the performance would be, but if you realized that you didn't have the type of players you needed to make things happen, that portal was wide open. And you didn't address one offensive or defensive line on that portal. And here, you addressed the defensive linebacker. But they got some holes they got to fill, and I feel like he needs to fill those big time. And he may even recruit somewhere up the high 20s, maybe even 30 players, because there's going to be some more players that leave that team either by voluntary or they're just going to get cut. Because I don't think he's going to be able to survive running out there with these same players. And
I think that's the part that maybe some in the administration and fan base don't understand. Just because you got those players on your team today doesn't mean that those are going to be the players we're going to win with tomorrow. And that's why I said to Coach and his brother yesterday that you got to have a president, administration that's on the same page as the athletic director, as the coach. All three of them got to be on the same page. If not, then you're going to have folks that get upset because a wide receiver made a teenage decision, and that's to go somewhere else. And now you're blaming. This is a true story, and I gotta hit the top of the hour.
Okay.
When I took over a church, I got blamed for everybody that quit. Now, mind you, their pastor died. So there were some folks that just, if they had moved the church across the street, didn't get a new pastor, there were going to be some people that just were not going to go because it's different. Now you're bringing in somebody who's totally different from the person that you chose to, to follow, worship under, however you want to look at it. But I got blamed for those folks as if it was my fault. Now, mind you, some of them were my fault, but not all of them were. And it's the same thing with coaches. You're going to have some kids and families that are going to decide to do something different, all because you are not the person that they chose to follow. You're not the person that they chose to study under. You're not the person that they chose to play for. And now they finally have a place where they can use it, the transfer portal. Used to not be even that. So instead of the administration worrying about the little things, they need to be worrying about the things that Sarkisian needs to be successful. And when you got administrations and athletic directors and all of them that will do that, you got a shot. Stay right there, Keith.
1140 AM, KYOK Conroe, and 92.3 FM, K222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the hosts, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. We're streaming live, KYOKradio.org, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. You got to give some love to that platform. So we're talking on Talk Your Team Tuesday with Longhorn Keith. He's a big Longhorn fan. A lot of ups and downs going on down there in Austin, up there in Austin with the Longhorns. I didn't expect it to be this bad, but it's bad. But that being said, I still think Sark has a chance to be the right guy for the job. So that's kind of what we're talking about right now. So Longhorn Keith, you got folks that are, he ran this guy off, and this is bad, and that is bad. Bro, this is year number one. I dare say if you put Sark in the middle of that campus and told him to find his way, gave him like a treasure hunt, a scavenger hunt, there'd be certain buildings he couldn't find. There'd be a delay for him getting back to his office. I mean, come on, man. It is year number one. Y'all expected more wins than what Tom Herman had, but there was nothing in the contract that said he was going to continue what Herman started or be better this season than what Herman was last season. Give him time. Yep. Give him time. Notice I didn't say bring in his own guys, because everybody wearing a UT jersey is his guys, are his guys. So he just got to get a chance to get his bearings right there at the school, and then you'll see what you have.
No, and I 100% agree with that, because it's what you mentioned, right? So it's his first year. Nobody is going to expect him to come out and win, and I certainly did. However, I will say, as much as I complain about some of the decisions that he has made, at the end of the day, I also was looking at it from the perspective of maybe this is the course that was designed simply because whether you want to call it coaching decision, player decision, at the end of the day, this team is not at this point ready to take a step in terms of beating an Oklahoma or winning a Big 12 championship, although on the surface, that was the hope and the expectation. Having said that, like I said, I'll give him his 3 years, let him see, now he's got a full year under his belt, kind of see what the lay of the land is, and figure out what he needs to do to motivate this team and these players to be what they need to be to win the Big 12. Because right now, they're fighting just to win a bowl game or just to get to a bowl game.
Yeah, I was gonna say they the only no, I can't say that because Baylor is now bowl eligible. UT San Antonio is bowl eligible. Of course, Sam Houston State is bowl eligible on that FCS list. But it's amazing that Prairie View is bowl eligible before UT. Isn't that crazy?
It is, man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I had to get that. That's a little shady. It's not an eclipse, but it's a little shady.
No, it is somewhat frustrating, but at the same time, it is the harsh reality that we as Texas fans, we don't want to accept in every year because we put false expectations. It's like putting false expectations on a relationship, right? You can't expect your partner to do what you don't communicate,
right?
Or if there's a meeting point. And so in that same vein, I feel like right now the Longhorns are where they are. I give it about another 2 years, 3 years, with a few, a system that's in place, as well as some players that are a little bit more committed to the program and to the coaching staff. And I think, you'll see some things kind of turn around. But for the most part, this year has gone kind of exactly the way I thought it would, although I'm still disappointed that there were some games that I thought maybe we could have won,
Yeah. I'm trying to behave. I got some of your Longhorn fans, friends, brothers and sisters in my text messages. Let me just say this. UT is a good school. It's historic. It's nostalgic and all that, but it's not what it is today. What it used to be, and it's got a chance to be great again. But you got to be patient with it. Somebody just sent me a state of Texas power rankings. They got A&M number 1, Baylor number 2, UT San Antonio number 3, U of H number 4, SMU number 5, Texas number 6, Sam Houston number 7, UTEP number 8, TCU number 9, Texas Tech number 10, and Prairie View number 11. This is a lie.
That's a flawed ranking system.
Yeah, this lie. This ain't even right. Because
here's the reason why I said it. What is UTSA's record?
They're undefeated.
Exactly. And don't tell me it's because, that plays in the SEC, and they've got no. If you're gonna throw out a power ranking, and don't talk about schools that you've played. I just feel like if you're gonna call out or if you're gonna throw out a power ranking, base it off the merits of wins and losses, and let that be that.
That's it. That's what I say. With that in mind, I would put UT Santa. I'd put Sam Houston number 1. I'd put UT San Antonio number 2. I'd go Prairie View number 3.
Yes, sir.
A&M number 4, and I'd walk my way down from there.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I'm right there with you on that. Because when you talk about consistency, Sam Houston, brother, they have been consistently good.
Yeah,
year after year.
Sam Houston owns the FCS.
That's right.
Yeah. So
anyway, brother, it's always good talking to you, man.
Oh, no, brother. No, sir. I'm sorry. You just have to tell them you're going to be late. You are not getting out of here without explaining that situation with them Cowboys against the Denver Broncos. And do me a favor. Do me a favor. Pick me up from the, was it 38-0? Pick me up from there.
30-0.
Was it 30-0? Pick me up from right there.
Yeah. Don't try to add 8.
Yeah, take me from right there. Get it from since you gotta
go.
go.
Listen. Let me just say this, man. Every now and again, a broke clock is wrong at least twice a day. Right? I feel like this week we came out a little bit. We were smelling ourselves a little bit, and and I feel like maybe we should have just rested back another week. But nonetheless, we're back. We're going to come back, doing what we've been doing for most of the season, man, and that is winning. I mean, listen, AJ, I'd love to give you some kind of excuse as to why we, because normally what we like to do is give you a lead and try to, and we'll come back and take it from you. But, in this situation, we just, we gave a little too much and we couldn't come back and do it. But that's okay. We still them boys now.
Oh my gosh. Are we still them boys today? Because Todd Malcolm sent me like a litany of stuff about people saying they still them boys. So are you sure today? Right now, you are what?
I am still sure today that we still them boys. Listen, all right, for everybody who's listening, if y'all don't know by now, you should know. Real Cowboy fans, and I think you got to call her name Cowboy Craig or something like that, whatever his name. Listen, he understands. We don't. When we lose, it's almost like we win because we don't. We don't know no other way, man.
Okay. All right. Hey, brother, on that note, you be safe out there. I love you much. I love what I see on social media. I love what you're doing, man. Tell everybody how they can find you and follow you because you're doing some great stuff.
Yeah, man. Follow me at Coffee with a K, Koffee, with Keith, Keith, at IG. I'm on IG. I'm on all social media platforms, and we're just trying to make a difference, man. Tonight we're going to be talking about healing, and got an IG live with a therapist who talks about mental health, and that's been a big topic of late, especially in my own personal life. I've been struggling, just to be brutally honest. And as the holidays are fast approaching, and I celebrate the second year of my dad's passing on Christmas Day, it is always difficult for me. So I surround myself with people, and I have open dialogue with people about where I am mentally, and more importantly, how we can all heal together and grow together in that process. And so tonight I'll have an IG live at 7 p.m. Central with a young lady by the name of Kia Brooks, who is a phenomenal therapist out of Washington, D.C. And we just talk about trying to heal and planning to deal with family members who will put you in uncomfortable situations because it's the holidays. They haven't seen you. They'll ask you questions like, "I thought you was married yet. You ain't got no." all that kind of stuff, man, and it messes with you. So, yeah, if you get a chance, tune in tonight at Coffee with Keith on IG Live, 10 p.m. Central. It's going to be fun.
Man, I can't wait. Keep doing the good work, Keith. Love you much, brother.
All right, love you too, bro. Be good.
All right, let me take a quick break. That was good stuff from Longhorn Keith, and then I'll give you my power rankings. I'll give you my NFL power rankings. Last week, the Cowboys were number 4. Last week, my top 5, Green Bay number 1, Arizona number 2, Rams 3, Cowboys 4, Tampa Bay 5. I got news for you. All that's different. Well, pretty much anyway. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt, then listen up. We can reduce or eliminate your interest rates. Cut your monthly payment up to 50% and stop all late fees. Our company has been helping good people just like you get out of debt for over 30 years. Don't get stressed out. If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills, we can show you a way to reduce all of your bills to one lower monthly payment that you can afford. So again, if you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills you can't afford, make this free call today and learn how you can finally get out of debt. Call now for your free consultation. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. That's 800-638-7112. Sponsored by Credit
KYOK, 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
Hello, this is Claude Cummings Jr., Vice President of Communication Workers of America District 6. Trey and I are inviting you to listen in to our new political talk show, Power to the People Political Hour.
Hello, this is Trey Daniels from the Daniels Group. Yes, Claude, the show will be hard-hitting and informative, talking about national and local political issues of the day, week, and month. Interviews will be with pastors, community leaders, elected officials, and political operatives. You know, Claude, a part of our responsibility is informing the citizenry and give them power to the people.
That's right, Trey. We're asking that you listen in on 1140 AM, 92.3, or streaming on KYOKradio.org, Thursdays at 10 a.m.
Got to give the people time. Give people what they want.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Todd Delaney, and right now you're listening to the Lunch Break Sports Talk Show with AJ on the legendary KY.
All right, y'all. Thank you very much there, Todd Delaney. It is the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live, KYOKradio.org. And I'm bad. I'm about to talk that stuff. I'm about to talk your Team Tuesday. Big Time Floyd, big time Cowboy fan says, hey, hello, AJ and the Breakers. When the boys win a game, the haters' response is we were lucky. When we lose, it's major news. Regroup, stay focused. Only objective is the ring. Big Time Floyd, I'm going to post that up because that got a little life on it, bro. That got Big Time Floyd, man. He comes hard to the paint. And yes, there was a pun intended there. Big Time Floyd, I like what you're talking about there. Let me give you my power rankings for this week. Back on top and been there really all year long except for 1 week. The Arizona Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals are still 8-1. They got that one loss. And they came back and beat up on folks this week. Tennessee Titans have jumped all the way up from number 6 in my last week's rankings to number 2 in this week's. And it's partly because of what they've done the last couple of weeks. Tennessee, even without Derrick Henry, has found a way to get the job done. And, oh, yeah, don't look now, but that defense is playing some ball. And I just need Ryan Tannehill to stay where he is. Don't try to think he's, somebody where he's got to throw the ball 50 times a game, But anyway, we'll see. I got Tennessee at number 2. At number 3, again, even though they just had a loss, they've been solid, the LA Rams. Number 4, a team that I got to talk about their quarterback, and I'll do that in a few minutes, and that's the Green Bay Packers. They're at 7-2. Mr. Mr. They Don't Like Me might be back this weekend to take on Seattle. At number 5, Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. At number 6, the Dallas Cowboys. They fell from number 4 to number 6. Ugly loss to Denver, but yes, they're still them boys. All right, at number 7, Baltimore. And everybody's waiting for Baltimore to fall off the table. But what's interesting is Lamar Jackson is leading them in passing, obviously, and leading them in rushing. Oh, he can't do that all year long. Well, he outran Dalvin Cook and outpassed Kirk Cousins in the last game. Let that sink in for a second. Lamar Jackson is getting it done. I hope they give him some help, but right now, he's getting it done. Congratulations. 5-3. Number 9. At number 8. Let me get that right. Baltimore's 6-2. At number 8, Buffalo at 5-3. What happened to Buffalo this weekend? You didn't score a touchdown against, you say it slow, Jacksonville? Jacksonville. You didn't score a touchdown against Jacksonville. All right, Bills Nation. At number 9, the Raiders, 5-3. Number 10, I don't know what to do with the Chargers anymore. One minute they look unbeatable, the next minute they look unwinnable, like they ain't going to get a win. But I got them at number 10 at 5-3. Number 11, New Orleans. I never thought I was going to say this, but New Orleans needs to slide on over to Taysom Hill. They need to slide on over to Taysom Hill because, like I said, when all these backup quarterbacks were looking like world beaters, give teams a whole week to prepare for them. Give them a whole week to scheme for them, and let's see how they do. And Trevor Siemian looked like, Trevor Siemian. Anyway, New Orleans at number 11. Number 12, everybody buried them for dead, and all they're doing is winning right now. The Pittsburgh Steelers at number 12. Number 13, Kansas City, another team that most folks have buried. Number 14, Cleveland. Maybe now that they got the Odell Beckham stuff behind them, they'll get to rolling again. Cleveland, big win over Cincinnati. Number 15, Denver. Still came. Teddy Bridgewater say, yo, how you like me now? At number 16, Cincinnati, coming off that ugly loss to Cleveland. Number 17, New England. Everybody loves New England. They're at number 17. At number 18, Atlanta. Number 19, the Colts. Number 20, the Carolinas, who are in a quarterback conundrum. Sam Darnold ain't it. But where do you go? P.J. Walker, and they are not bringing in Cam Newton. Carolina at number 20. Number 21, Seattle. Number 22, San Francisco. Number 23, Minnesota. Number 24, the Chicago Bears. And I like what I saw out of Justin Fields last night. Number 25, Philadelphia. Number 26, the Giants. Number 27, the Jets. Boy, isn't it interesting how good all the other quarterbacks not named Zach Wilson looked? Mike White looked good. Josh Johnson looked good. Zach Wilson, oh, yeah, he looks great. No, he doesn't. Anyway, 28, Washington. 29, Jacksonville. 30, Miami. 31, Houston. And 32, Detroit. Let me read them with no commentary. Number 1, Arizona. Number 2, Tennessee. Number 3, the Rams. Number 4, the Packers. Number 5, the Bucks. Number 6, the Boys. Number 7, the Ravens. 8, Bills. 9, Raiders. 10, Chargers. 11, Saints. 12, Steelers. 13, Kansas City. 14, Cleveland. 15, Broncos. 16, Bengals. 17, New England. 18, Atlanta. 19, Colts. 20, Carolina. 21, Seahawks. 22, 49ers. 23, Vikings. 24, Bears. 25, Eagles. 26, Giants. 27, Jets. 28, Washington football team. 29, Jaguars. 30, Dolphins. 31, Texans. And 32, the Lions. Mr. Toughness. All right, take a break. I'll come back, and I got to talk about Aaron Rodgers. We'll do that next. If you want to get in, Talk Your Team Tuesday, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000, or text me, 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Or you can email me, aj@kyoksports.com.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Radio stations in one.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. That's 800-253-1892.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there.
In need of tires? Check out OMG Tire Services and more. New and used tires, all the name brands you desire, located at 3126 Tidwell, between 59 North and Jensen. Give them a call at 832-767-3211. Top-notch service from beginning to end. When you're done, get your car hand-washed inside and out at OMG Tire Services and more, located at 3126 Tidwell, between 59 North and Jensen. Call 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211, conveniently located on the north side.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM at kyokradio.org.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-958-2156. 800-958-2156. 800-958-2156. That's 800-958-2156.
Hi, this is Sade from Bondurant and Belford, and you're listening to The Lunch Break.
Thank you there, Sade. Right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Let me remind you now, Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner invites all of the residents to attend the 24th Annual Houston Salutes American Heroes Veterans Day celebration. That will be November the 11th, 10 a.m. down at City Hall. It is an in-person event. The ceremony begins at 10. At 11, the ceremony ends with a 21-gun salute and a moment of silence. And then at 11:30, there'll be a Houston Salutes American Heroes parade. So y'all be sure to check it out. All right? All right. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
This is CJ.
CJ, what it do?
Hi.
How are you?
I hear you. I'm great. I'm great.
With your Alcorn State self, what's happening?
That's right. Absolutely nothing.
Hey, let me give you my power rankings so you can see I dropped Alcorn State down. Had to do it. Number 1, Jackson State. They're undefeated in the SWAC. Number 2, Prairie View. They're undefeated in the SWAC. Number 3, FAMU. They're 5-1. And then that number 4 is where I got Alcorn. In fact, I didn't drop them down one bit. They just lost, but I kept them where they are. Southern is at 3-3. I got them at 5. Alabama A&M at 6. Alabama State at 7. Texas Southern at 8. Grambling at 9. I got Arkansas Pine Bluff at 10. Bethune-Cookman at 11. And Mississippi Valley at 12.
We didn't expect Bethune-Cookman to beat Alcorn, but things happen.
But they did.
You're right, they did.
Yeah, and again, I left Alcorn where they are, partly because nobody else behind them did a whole lot, and that one loss to Bethune didn't kill it for them.
Well, that's a good thing, but they're coming back. Don't you worry.
Okay, I'm gonna see. Look, I ain't scared. I'm gonna see. We'll see what they're gonna do.
Yeah, don't be scared. Okay, well, I was just calling to say hi. I enjoy listening to you guys talk, although most times I don't know what you're talking about, but I am listening to it.
Well, real quick, in the Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge, you are still very well in the mix. Right now, number 1 is Big Time Floyd, tied with Amber after this week. Chi-Town is 3rd, Delano's 4th, T-Bone is 5th, and Keisha Kelly is 6th. Keith Hennick is right behind them. And CJ, you are 14th. You are not far. In fact, you're only 5 wins out of that number 6 spot. And that's where you want to be so that you can compete for $500 cash. So, you're right there. Keep fighting, keep picking, and get ready to win.
We'll see how I'll do in week 10.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Take care, CJ. CJ, she's a big Alcorn. Well, she's an Alcorn State alumni, and she is a sports fan. She started to learn more about sports by listening to the Lunch Break. So let me talk about Aaron Rodgers, and then I'm going to give you the results of this week's Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. So a published report says that Aaron Rodgers, after he did his interview with Pat McAfee, is upset because of all the backlash and negative comments that he's getting after doing an interview where he claimed to not have lied about his vaccination status. He said he was fully immunized, and he went on to say that if they had asked him a follow-up question, he would have clarified that immunized and vaccinated were not the same, and he was not trying to paint them off as such. Well, as you know, there's always video. And the video and the audio showed that there was a follow-up question, and he answered that question as if he was fully vaccinated. And therefore, some have chosen to call him a liar, including Terry Bradshaw, who I rarely agree with. Aaron Rodgers chose to lie. Aaron Rodgers could have said, like Kyrie said, hey, listen, I'm not anti-vax. I just decided I don't want to do it. His personal business is personal. That's right. His personal business is his personal business. He could have not even answered the question. Several people have chosen to not answer the question. But when you make a conscious decision to be untruthful and people find out about it, guess what they're going to call you? A liar. And then when you get on a podcast that then goes national and you make comments about woke society and cancel culture and all this other stuff, well, some people are going to take exception to that. So why he is surprised, I'm surprised. Like, why are you surprised that people don't agree with the way you handled things? You didn't have to handle them that way. And I'm sorry, I'm not talking to him as if he's listening, because I know he's not. Let me just say this. Aaron Rodgers is one of those people who, like he said in his own words, dances to the beat of his own drum. He does things the way he wants to do them. And there have been a ton of people, including State Farm, who say that they support that. Well, I guess what the wake-up call is for Aaron Rodgers and people who think like him is other people have a right to do that too. Nobody has to like Aaron Rodgers. Nobody has to agree with what he says just because other people agree with what he says. In fact, let me use some of people's same words in reference to Aaron Rodgers that they use against other people. You're a football player. He's a football player. He's not my friend. He's not somebody that I have to like. He's a football player. The only reason why I talk about Aaron Rodgers is because he plays football. If I had to choose between hanging out with Aaron Rodgers, watching Aaron Rodgers play, reporting anything about Aaron Rodgers, I probably wouldn't do it because I don't necessarily care for Aaron Rodgers. And it doesn't matter. And I know people are going to say, well, who are you? You don't have to like him. He doesn't care that you don't like him. Guess what? I don't care that he doesn't care. I don't care that he doesn't like the fact that people are upset with him because no one has to like him. That's not part of his contract. The Green Bay Packers did not guarantee him a certain number of friends and fans. And he feels like his friends are turning on him. Aaron Rodgers is one of those guys that's kind of quirky and hard to get along with. He's not going to be your quote-unquote average friend. He goes into his own shell when he wants to go into his own shell. And if friends are starting to take a step back, well, brother, it goes both ways. All roads don't lead to Aaron Rodgers. And why this is such a big deal, I don't get it. If he doesn't want to be vaccinated, fine. The league did not say he had to be, but it also didn't encourage him to lie about it. And for those that are coming to his defense, good for you. Good for you. But it doesn't mean that people can't have their own opinion different than his and yours. And if Aaron Rodgers feels like the people and the league and his friends owe him something, hello, welcome to the real world. I'm not going to say just shut up and play football. But you're a football player. That's it. It's the only reason why people on this station and many others are even saying his name, because he's a football player. I know. You don't like to hear that when it's somebody that you care about. But for all the people that want to tell LeBron to shut up and dribble, for all the people who want to tell Kyrie what to do and how to think, for all the people that want to get on other people, Colin Kaepernick and others, guess what? It's the exact same thing. Nobody cares except for those who care. Those that don't, it's okay. It's okay. Aaron Rodgers is reportedly considering retirement. After the offseason that he gave the Green Bay Packers, I don't know if they are concerned about him retiring. I think at this point, it was similar to the Brett Favre, I'm retiring, I'm not, I'm leaving, I'm staying, I'm coming back, I'm not coming back, I'll let you know, I won't let you know. I think at some point, the organization just wants it to be over. And it doesn't matter whether Jordan Love is the right quarterback or not. Sometimes people don't care who the right quarterback is as long as they don't have to deal with this drama again. So if Aaron Rodgers is going to retire, good for him. If he's going to come back, good for him. If he's going to be unvaccinated, good for him. If he's going to get vaccinated, good for him. At the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers, football player. Only reason why I'm talking about it. Wish him well. No disrespect, no hate, no judgment, no condemnation. But just like you say, he's a football player. If he wasn't playing football, I don't know what he'd be doing. I'm not going to be disrespectful like many of other people are, that he's going to be handing me my fries in the drive-through window, or he's going to be bagging my groceries, but he'll probably be in a profession that I, as a sports director, won't be talking about. Football player. Good luck, Aaron Rodgers. I hope you get over your hurt feelings. I hope you and your friends work it out. I hope you realize that nobody has to like you. So count it a blessing when they do. All right? All right. I'm done with that. Talk your team Tuesday. Talk about players. Now, let me talk about the results of this week's Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. It was a rough week. In fact, we normally do honorable mention for anybody that's 500 or better. And this week's honorable mention is very short. Chi-Town, 7-7. Keisha Kelly, 7-7. George Griffin, 7-7. That's it. 8-6. Milo, 8-6. Charlotte, 8-6. Amber, 8-6. 8-6 won it this week. 8-6 was the winner this week. So we've got a 3-way tie for this week's Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. So let's go to the tiebreaker. Let's go to the tiebreaker. I'm pulling up something real quick. Okay, here we go. Got it. All right. So the tiebreaker was based on last night's game with Pittsburgh winning 29-27. So Charlotte had Pittsburgh winning. All right, so she's in. Milo had Pittsburgh winning. Okay, so he's in. And Amber had Pittsburgh winning. She's in. Let's go to the next thing. The final score. Charlotte had Pittsburgh winning 26-13. The final score was 29-27. She was off by 17. Milo had Pittsburgh winning 24-17. He was off by 15. Amber had Pittsburgh winning 24-14. She was off by 18. Milo snuck through by 2 and got the win 24-17 over Charlotte and Amber. Oh, how close it was. Milo won this week's $50 courtesy of the Hartwell Clinic. For all of your psychotherapist needs, all you got to do is call the Hartwell Clinic. They're located at 7155 Old Katy Road, Houston, Texas, 77024. Or you can go online to thehartwellclinic.com, thehartwellclinic.com, or call them 713-280-7979. That's 713-280-7979. And listen, it's coming up on the holidays, and a lot of people have a lot of anxiety around the holidays, frustration, depression, anger, you name it. Call the Hartwell Clinic. They will be there for you. And they are making sure Milo got his $50 courtesy of the Lunch Break, the legendary KYOK, and the Hartwell Clinic. Charlotte, you were off by 2. Amber, you were off by 3. And everybody else, man, tough week. So let me give you the standings again. Big Time Floyd and Amber are tied. Chi-Town off by 3. He's at number 3. Delano's number 4. T-Bone number 5. Keisha Kelly number 6. Keith Hennick number 7. George Griffin number 8. Alexis number 9. And Todd is at number 10. That's the top 10 in the Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. All right, if you want to find out how you can get in, all you got to do is, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong thing. Excuse me, y'all. All you got to do is pick the games from Thursday night all the way through Monday. Thursday night game, all the Sunday games, and then the Monday night game. Give me who you think's going to win and the exact final score. And get those to me. You can email them, aj@kyoksports.com, aj@kyoksports.com. You can text them, 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. You'll get a return message that says, got them, and you are officially entered. You got to get them to me by 6:30 on Thursday, 6:30 Central, 7:30 on the East Coast, 5:30 in the Mountain, 4:30 on the West Coast. Get them to me, and you are in. Big Time Floyd. Big Time Floyd. Are we surprised about Aaron Rodgers? He says, white privilege enables you to avoid following rules. The backlash is only temporary. The fans only concerned about him winning games. Hey, listen, that's what he had to say. I'm going to put it up. Like I said, I put up people's comments, as long as you don't curse, as long as you don't threaten anybody, as long as you don't do anything against the FCC rules, I will put your comments up. But, I said what I said about Aaron Rodgers. I don't take any of it back. I'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind on paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best. Deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more.
800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. That's 800-603-9359.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's AJ Jones with the lunch break on the legendary KYOK AM 1140 and 92.3 FM. It's that time of year when we are reminded of all the things we should be thankful for, and that it's more blessed to give than to receive. So with that in mind, on Wednesdays from now through Christmas, we'll give you a chance to win a gift certificate from Butterball. That's right, you can win a gift certificate for a Butterball turkey on Wednesdays on the lunch break between 12 and 2. Just be the right caller, and your Butterball turkey will be on us at the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3.
Well, I hope you are enjoying your weekend. Hey, everybody, it's Erica Campbell.
And I'm Greg from Get Up Mornings.
We want to thank you so much for rocking with us every weekday morning.
And after you enjoy your weekend, make sure you start your work week with us.
When you start your day with us, we'll help you get moving and motivated to have the best day ever. Go ahead, say it, Greg.
Best day ever!
So wake up with us. We'll be faith walking,
love talking,
enjoy living on Get Up Mornings.
Get up! Get up! You're listening to
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
This is Nick from Acres Home, checking out my boy AJ right here on KYOK 1140.
Nick, what's going on, man? I love that dude, boy. I love that dude. Love that young man. I do have a text message. I'm gonna read it. I said I would. All right. This one came from 513. That's Cincinnati. AJ, do you know all that Aaron Rodgers does in his community? Aaron Rodgers has foundations, charities, and things that he does that literally go unnoticed. And for you to cut him down like he's just a football player, educate yourself before you end up sounding dumb. All right, so let's do this. Let's play this game. Take Aaron Rodgers off of your text message and put Colin Kaepernick on it and do that one. Just read the same text message with Colin Kaepernick's name in there and tell me how it sounds to you. Tell me how you feel about it. Tell me if you have the same warm feeling inside. When all you do, don't change a thing except take Aaron Rodgers' name off, put Colin Kaepernick's name on, and see if you have the same feeling about it. If you don't, have a great day. If you do, have a great day. All right. So I got a bunch of messages. Should I do another one? Let me do another one. 773-723. I don't know where that is. I don't know area codes like I used to. AJ, it's so easy to talk down about people that you clearly don't like. In fact, show me you're an Aaron Rodgers hater without showing me you're an Aaron Rodgers hater. That's what you just did. Be better. Okay. I'm not an Aaron Rodgers hater because I don't know him enough to give him the power to make me hate him. Like, that's a lot of power to give somebody, to allow you to affect my emotions so much that I give you the power to make me hate you. I don't know him like that. I make choices with my emotions. Guard them very well. So I choose not to like people. I choose not to rock with people. I choose to dislike people. I choose to, keep people at arm's length. I choose to keep an eye on folks, or I choose not to be bothered with them. So I don't know him well enough, and he definitely doesn't know me well enough for me to give him the power to make me hate him. That being said, I talk about people I like when they don't make wise decisions or they make statements that could have been better handled. Or it's my job, first of all. It's not, I don't just wake up and, what did he do? What did she do? And just start talking about it. My job is to do that in the world of sports, and that's why I do it. I get paid to do it. I'm thankful for that. I think I just said earlier that Mac Jones could be a good person who made a bad decision. There have been other good people that have made bad decisions. I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers is a bad person. I'm just saying, boy, he sure has a whole lot of expectations of other people that he doesn't necessarily hold himself to. Like, he's holding his friends to being there for him right now. And there may be times where Aaron Rodgers wasn't there for his friends the way they wanted him to. And Aaron Rodgers just wants everybody to accept everything that he's saying and doing right now as if they have no other choice. But just like he has a choice to be vaccinated or not, say he's immunized or not, understand he's allergic to one of the things in one of the vaccines, great. That didn't make him have to lie about it or be misleading. Didn't make him have to do that. He chose to do that. And even if it was a bad choice, then you just say, man, I wish I had said it differently, but here's where I am. And then to call people names, this woke cancel culture. Like, some of y'all throw those words around like, it's a weapon. Many of you didn't know what woke was before 2020. And now you've turned it into what it's not. I love people being educated. I love them being more aware. I love them, pointing out untruths. And cancel culture, I'm sorry, back in my day, used to be called accountability. You had to be accountable for your actions, your words, your behavior. Especially if you were an elected official or some type of person in authority, you had to be accountable. But now, I guess, because of cancel culture, you're not allowed to hold anyone accountable. You're just supposed to accept whatever they do unless they decide they don't like you doing it. Because most of the folks that are calling for cancel culture have, in one way, shape, size, or form, canceled somebody else that they didn't like, or that they didn't like their behavior, or that they had to hold accountable. So, I was told that if you can't dish it, if you can't take it, don't dish it. That's what I was taught. If you cannot take it, don't dish it. And clearly, Aaron Rodgers can't take it. And many other folks can't take it. I'm not trying to make this political, but that's why whoever you want to call them, because, a lot of folks want to lie and say it was one group versus another group. But when people didn't get their way, they felt the best recourse was to go down to the Capitol and break in windows and push open doors and walk through hallways and sit at desks and try and break through glass windows with armed security people on the other side of the window and think that they had the right to be treated a certain way or dealt with a certain way and that they should not be held accountable. And anything contrary to that is cancel culture. No, that's a whole different kind of thing right there. And again, I'm not choosing sides. I'm just saying, man, that's extreme. And there are folks that are trying to get me, I'm not going to speak for anybody else, to accept the extreme, and I'm not going to do that. I used to tell Todd all the time, I will never get numb to certain behaviors. And this is not one that I'm going to get numb to and say, oh, yeah, it's okay. It's extreme. Aaron Rodgers' response is extreme. His calling people woke and cancel culture and people that chirp those things, it's extreme. And I, for one, am not going to be allowed to be pushed to be numb to the extreme. So, say again, he's a football player. Only reason why I call his name is because he got drafted in the NFL and played behind Brett Favre until his day came. And he's been a very good football player. Will one day more than likely be a Hall of Famer. Other than that, that's it. If that's harsh, then baby, your level of sensitivity is. Let me give you the number to the Hartwell Clinic. Call them and please go and seek some therapy if that was too extreme for you, if that was too harsh. Okay? All right. I know Willie Gibson is like, bruh, let it go. Chill out. Willie is he's my good Kermit. Willie is my good Kermit. Hooded Kermit be like, just say it, bro. Just get them all. Get them. Steelers held on to beat the Bears 29-27 last night after blowing a 10-0 fourth quarter lead. Now we'll see if the Cowboys can bounce back from that ugly loss to Denver when they host Atlanta Sunday at noon. Same with New Orleans when they visit Tennessee, who's red hot, Sunday at noon. The Texans are off due to the bye week, but the big question mark is this. What are they going to do at quarterback when they come off the bye? Will they go back to Davis Mills or will they give Tyrod Taylor another shot? I hope they give Tyrod Taylor another shot. Astros have offered Carlos Correa 5 years, $160 million. Correa is reportedly looking for 10 years, $300+ million. If you do the math, though, the Astros are offering him about $32 million a season. And if he gets $320 million for 10 years, he'll be making $32 million. So the question is, does he want to be an Astro or does he want to go and get a longer contract for more money and average the same somewhere else? Carlos Correa and Yuli Gurriel were named Golden Glove winners, and Alex Bregman had surgery on his wrist, which is probably why he didn't play well in the World Series. Dallas Mavericks beat New Orleans last night 108-92. The Rockets are looking for their first win in a long time when they host Detroit tomorrow at 6:30. Don't tell Chris Gardner I said this, but that's a game that they can win. And the Spurs will host Sacramento. That will be at 7:30. All right, let me get these birthdays on. Got some birthdays from some people that wanted to remind me to be sure to say their birthday. AJ, don't forget my wife's birthday. Don't forget my son's birthday, daughter's birthday. We'll do these birthdays right now. Let me get Usher queued up and ready to go. Usher, you ready? You ready? Okay. Happy birthday to, why does my thing take so long? Okay, my nephew, Micah Gaines, who just got married, celebrating his birthday today. Rhea Nelson, my goddaughter, celebrating her 30th today. Keita Booker is 37. Tamika Buggage, man, I love Bugaj, I'm sorry. I love T because she is an acting young lady. I love her. All right, Ashley Dior celebrating a birthday along with Tracy Baines. Happy birthday, Tracy. Theodore Chestnut, Johnny Banks, Siobhan Hayes, Latina Davis, J.N. Williams, Kendra Peters, Rob Parker, and Michelle Thomas, all celebrating birthdays today. Usher, do your thing.
Oh, go shawty, it's your birthday. Ooh, it's your birthday. Go shawty, it's your birthday. Today's your day. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Usher. Happy birthday to everyone celebrating birthdays today, and to you and yours. May you have many, many more. If I did not get your birthday, please get them to me, 281-453-1000. Text me, 832-403-5005. or email them, aj@kyoksports.com. All right, I got to get ready to go. We'll wrap things up. Donnie McClurkin up next with the Donnie McClurkin Show. But first, we'll hear from Sybil Wilkes and what you need to know. Be back tomorrow for Winning Wednesday. You'll get a chance to win a Butterball turkey. Plus, we'll make sure that who gets the money this week? Milo. We'll make sure Milo gets his $50 for winning this week's Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge, courtesy of the Hartwell Clinic. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly love you, and there is nothing you can do about it. All right? Go ahead, Sybil Wilkes. Tell us what we need to know today.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Tuesday, November 9th, 2021. Number 1, prosecutors in the trial of 3 white men charged with the killing of black jogger Ahmaud Arbery called their first witness on Friday. It was a police officer. This after opening statements by the state and defense attorneys. Jurors have been shown graphic close-up photos of the gunshot wounds that killed Mr. Arbery. Several jurors could be seen squirming in their seats as they were shown the body lying in the street under a blood-stained covering. All 3 defendants are standing trial together, charged with murder and other felonies. Number 2, international lawmakers, business leaders, and activists convening in Glasgow, Scotland, for the second week of the COP26 Climate Summit. Delegates were asked to accelerate action on climate change and commit to more ambitious cuts in greenhouse gas emissions, all in an effort to limit global temperature increases. Former U.S. President Barack Obama addressed the summit, calling on delegates to address the risk that island nations face from rising sea levels. Number 3, the U.S. is now accepting fully vaccinated travelers at airports and land borders, doing away with the COVID-19 restrictions that date back to the Trump administration. The U.S. lifted restrictions of travel from a long list of countries, including Mexico, Canada, and most of Europe. The new rules now allow air travel from previously restricted countries as long as the traveler has proof of vaccination and a negative COVID-19 test. Number 4, a group of Oklahoma pastors is praying that Governor Stitt will show mercy to the death row inmate Julius Jones. Mr. Jones was convicted for the murder of Paul Howell, who was shot in front of his children in their driveway in 1999. The Oklahoma Pardon and Parole Board voted 3-1 to recommend clemency for Jones, recommending that his sentence be commuted to life in prison with the possibility of parole. But the final decision is up to the governor. Number 5, the birth of a child changes everything, not just your sleep patterns. And it can change how you file your taxes, too. Your new baby can help trim your tax bill, as parents are eligible for some tax breaks. But you must pay close attention if you want a bigger standard deduction and more advantageous tax brackets. Find out what you need to know in today's finance column, contributed by Texas CPA Katrina M. Kraft. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Give someone the gift of respite from everyday life. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with my co-host and a very special guest, attorney C.K. Hoffler. She joins comedian Damon Williams and political contributor Cameron Riley as we discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, the Black Alzheimer's Brain Study at the University of North Texas Health Science Center at Fort Worth, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and the American Heart Association. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered. It's Sybil Wilkes with What You Need.
All right, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Please, please, please have a blessed rest of your day and know that I'll be thinking good thoughts about you. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Not this, definitely this. Y'all take care.